If you're looking for the expenses, with how much it's gonna cost you to study in Australia for 1 year program, along the way, I'm gonna discuss why you need that much amount. But if you don't have any time and you just wanna get your answer, it's like minimum 30K, minimum 30,000 Australian dollar you will need to show in your bank statement. Um, and this is how much exactly it's gonna cost you for your 1 year study program. Why it's gonna cost you that much? Well, keep watching. I'm discussing it step by step and how you could manage your expenses and know how much you need and how you need to apply and all the things in detail. So let's get started. Okay, dear students, today we're going to talk about student visa cost, especially for Australia. A lot of you have asked me how much it costs you to study in Australia. So there are specific things that we need to look for when we are discussing the cost of a student visa. Today, we're going to talk about Australia specifically, and we are going to look at if you are going for 1 year study program. It could be an undergraduate diploma of 1 year, or maybe a TAFE college, like technical and further education. They offer certificates and diplomas, which ranges from 6 months to 1 year. Or you could be already a graduate and you are going for post graduation, maybe your master or any sort of diploma or certificate. Now, when we look at 1 year of study, the cost that I will share with you, if you are going for more than 1 year, you could double the amount. So you will get an idea what I'm talking about. The first thing is, okay, we're going to discuss how much bank statement you need as an international student and why you need that much bank statement. So the things that it will include in your 1 year study, let's suppose you have 1 year study program and the cost that we calculate, I will give you the details right here, you can see. So 1 year study program will include your tuition fees. Now, if you look at normal tuition fees for 1 year program in Australia, it ranges from 7,000 a semester, and it could go up to 20,000 a semester. Let's suppose we go for the minimum cost. Like as international student, everybody wants to have minimum tuition fees. Let's suppose you have 7,000 per semester, so it will be 14K or 14 grand for 1 year. Now note that down, 14K for your tuition fees for 1 year, plus the health insurance that you will need. Like obviously you need a health insurance to cover your health expenses if something goes wrong. The health insurance for 1 year ranges from about 800 to 1,000 and more, but we're gonna assume for $1,000, $1,000 for 1 year health insurance. Now we also gonna need to include your living expenses. You're obviously gonna go there away from your home. You're not gonna find job easily. So the government look for, do you have enough expenses? Do you have enough money to support your expenses while you are away from your home and you don't have any support? Nobody's gonna support you. So before applying to your visa, you need to show that you have sufficient amount of funds available for you in case of anything goes wrong. And your family back home, they could send you those money, or if it's your own account, you could uh, you know you could bring them into use anytime. That living expense for 1 year is currently $20,000 a year. So you need to show to the immigration department or home affairs that you have 20,000 and saving 20,000 Australian dollars for your 1 year study program. So how many things we discussed? We talked about your tuition fees. We talked about the health cost, health insurance, and we also mentioned the living expenses. Now you also need to show the funds that you have for your travel, your flight to Australia, anywhere, let's say Melbourne, Sydney, or Perth, anywhere. The flights, they depends where you're flying from, but it's usually around $1,000. So we're gonna keep that $1,000 as well. Now let's calculate how much bank statement you need. Before the calculation, remember that you already have applied for a college, a uni, a TAFE, or anything, and your initial deposit was already made when they issue you COE, confirmation of enrollment. That's the letter that the university or college they issue you when you pay them the first semester fee or the initial deposit. At the start, you approach the uni or the college and you guys discuss a course that you are interested in, and they give you confirmation, they give you approval before that, and then they ask you to deposit your tuition fee, one semester fee. It could be 7,000 or more. It could go up to 20,000 per semester. So you already paid your one semester tuition fees, and the remaining amount, when you go to Australia, you will pay them. Now, when we are looking at the bank statement, you already have paid one semester fee. Remember, we mentioned it's 14,000 a year minimum. So you already have paid 7,000. Now in the bank statement, you don't need to show the remaining, you don't need to show the full amount of tuition fee that you could afford. You already paid 7,000. So your bank statement will look like this. Let me calculate, okay? So 7,000 for your tuition fees, the second semester, 20K for your living expense, 1,000 for your health insurance, and let's say 1,000 for your travel. So how much is it? 7 and 20, 27, 28, 29. Let's, for up and down, let's make it 30K. So for 1 year study program, when you already have, in the case, when you already have paid half of the tuition fees. If you haven't paid the half of the tuition fees, then you will need to include the full tuition fee in your bank statement and show that you could afford it. But let's say you already paid, in the most cases, which this is the scenario that you will go through in the majority of the cases, like 99%. So for 1 year, you would need minimum of 30K Australian dollars. You need to show that in your bank statement. Now remember, the bank statement should be on your name. It should be like, they recommend from 3 to 6 months, but usually we do 6 months. So you need to have 6 months of bank statement, and you need to show that you have this much deposit already with you, which you could use for your 1 year study program. Now, what you could do is, wherever you are watching this from, and you want to know how much it will cost you in your currency, so just easily go to Google and see how much Australian dollar is equal to your currency. Like $1 is equal to your currency, and then multiply it with 30,000, and you will roughly get the amount that you need. This is all about the cost. And let's say you are going for a 2-year study program or a full bachelor. If you're going for 4-year study program, then all you need to do is multiply 30 with 4. This is how much the money you need to show. It's very expensive, very, very expensive. Australia is not cheap. And if you are going for 2 years, 30 plus 30, 60. So this is how much you need to show. Yep. I wish you good luck, and I wish you have a successful journey. Whatever goals you have in your life, you need to do hard work and you need to take action. Apart from this, if you need any assistance regarding your journey in education, or your visa, or you're preparing for IELTS, you can always use the free resources that are available on my page and on the YouTube, on my YouTube channel. If you can't afford to have a paid session with me, you could always avail and have the free lessons that are available for everyone. But the thing is, you need to have a minimum English literacy that you could understand, because I'm not providing courses or guidance in other language. I used to have in Urdu or Hindi and Pashto, but now all the courses, all the lessons, they are only in English. And that's a very good thing for you, because you're going to a country where English is spoken. So you want to get better day by day, you need to consume more English. With saying that, again, I wish you good luck in your journey. If you have any question, let me know down below in the comments, and I'll try to respond to you. Till then, take care.